fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up. Rich, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. So here's Kai.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish him, mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a...
Hey, how fit to be the boss? boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Ka'imi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh? Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 1,
Back to throw, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On first down, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Watson. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Check 24, check 24.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Open man, the tight end fouls. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Here we go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Watch the whip.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson, well, the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Houston. Check 43. 29. Check 3. Check 24. 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Throwing again is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself. And that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
49, check 49, check 49.
Shoot!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 44 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. It's complete. Stills. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And Stills bringing it in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson on the left side. This is Stills. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Bring it. Shoot.
From the 50, it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59. 54.
Watson now to throw. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Watson on first down. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch gears.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 46 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 58, right there. Here we go,
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Watson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Check 4. Check hot route. Hot.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
To try again after the sack, Trubisky. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Houston.
19. 59. Watch the out. Watch the out.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up second and goal at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come up in an offset eye. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the car.
They'll run for it. Hyde. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Hyde is denied down near the goal line. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Montgomery back to the ground. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Single, 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 single. Now here's the line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the Texans scoop it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check 26, check 26.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Reset! UAT! Stay with your man! Let's go!
From the red zone now, Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
Makes the score Texans 35, Bears 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
23 yards on the play. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pops to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chain